Wife of Anambra Governor Dr. Nonye Soludo has called for renewed investments in youth mentorship and value-based guidance, saying it is the surest way to raise responsible leaders for Nigeria's future. She urged parents, especially mothers, to play active roles in grooming their children and guide them towards purposeful living in today's fast-changing society.
Yes, as a mother, it's something we'll continue from home to teach them that they are the leaders of tomorrow. And we continue pushing from home and communities and, try to direct them. Because sometimes, our youth are now on social media trying to get the answers. But if as mothers, as leaders, will always direct them on the right path. It's something I'm always out to and I'm always happy to do. I think that's exactly what I come to do here today, to direct them on coming together as couple, coming together as husband and wife. There are two different people coming together. Siblings fight, even you fight with yourself sometimes. So coming together, two different people coming together, you must teach them how to learn, that they need time, they need years to learn themselves, to learn to tolerate each other and so on.
In his remarks, Dr. Feladi Rotei, a public speaker and a business consultant, said that teenage years was the time the heart was most vulnerable to receive concepts and run with them.
Oh yeah, I mean, I always say to people there are about 3 or 4 levels of engagement that you can have with young people. Number one, you can have the master relationship where you command them. Blah, 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 blah. Good for you. Try and command a teenager. But then the second one is you can have a model relationship where you show them what they're supposed to be and what they're supposed to do. The challenge with that is that many times they think that it's because you are older that you are that model. So there's only one more key that you can do. Not master, yes, model, but mentoring is by far the greatest gift that you can give to a teenager. And when you mentor a teenager, you don't give instructions. You are available. You are asking questions. You are more concerned about what they care about than what you care about. And so I would advise that everyone must recognize that whether you have a younger brother, you have a child, you are a mentor to somebody. There's somebody who's looking up to you. There's a little child who's looking at you and something in you is telling them, this is what my future can be. Find that child. Give that child time. Give that child not only your experience, but also show them your scars. Be open, be vulnerable to them. Because this is what makes mentoring authentic. And this next generation, they are looking only for authentic leadership. Anything that seems too packaged, they don't believe in it. So, but you can also go there and talk to them. You've got to be able to engage them. So use your Saturdays, your Sundays, use your weekdays. Try and, I tell everybody, find a school, whether it's your children's school, whether it's the school that you attended, go there, just give them 2 hours a year, 1 year. Talk to the children. You never can tell what it is that your presence there will do. The next generation needs the previous generation to succeed because life is a relay race. And every generation must run their own race and hand over the baton to the next generation.
Also speaking, the Chief Executive Officer of Emadeb Energy Services, Mr. Adebowale Olujimi, said that gone were the days when parents alone determined what their children become in life or what they should study in school.
Gone are the days where your parents would think, oh, you must only be a lawyer, a doctor, or a whatever. Right now, a lot of all these young kids are rather wanting to do things to say, you know what, I don't even want to go to school. I just want to become an entrepreneur. I want to become an artist. I want to become, some people could even tell you, look, I'm interested in even just sewing. You see a lot of people who probably went to school today and all they did was because of their parents or because, there's always a head that, I tell my father that, or I tell my mom that all I'm interested in is actually about probably just going to school and become an engineer. No, they want to become, I'm a lady, I want to sew, I'm a guy. And if you see the space and where God is blessing, look at a number of people doing great things around the world right now. Whether as an artist, whether as a fashion designer, whether as in any space, you know. And this, what I'm trying to tend to say is these young people need to be groomed to understand certain things about life from day one. That you can become whatever, anything you wish to. First of you need a God path to direct you, but in a way, you need to be groomed and probably look up to a level of, and that's why mentorship is very, very, very crucial.
Earlier, Pastor Eva Azodo of TIP RCCG said that the purpose for the conference was to set proper role models for teenagers early enough in life.
The purpose was to set role models because we have a country, well, it's not just peculiar to a country, a place where you have people who entertain, okay? They make humongous amounts of money, but the scientists, the academics are barely surviving. So the tendency is for our children to look onto those who are making a lot of, who are in your face. You know, when you're talking of adverts, you're trying to buy a mind share. So those who have gotten their mind share become their role models. And we thought that we were not leading our children the right direction. And we decided to provide alternative role models so that children can see that by dint of hard work, you can achieve and be excellent. That's the whole purpose. And we think that we have had this enough impact because every year it grows. We have people who come as far as from Jos. In fact, a couple of years ago, he went international because we even had guest speakers who came from UK. So, yes, gradually the influence is building, but we need more of this everywhere so that more people can have the opportunity to see that by academic excellence, you can actually be recognized. That is the purpose.
Ms. Adia Ibenyang said the conference was very impactful, especially for those suffering from identity crisis and trying to find themselves.
For our teenagers, boundaries are those healthy guidelines that you set to guide you, to protect you, to preserve you, to guard you into entering God's plan for your life. Because the world has distractions. We live in a real world. So, what's a boundary? The healthy guideline you set around you to help you meet God's purpose. And it's our ninth edition, and we are grateful to God for bringing us to this point for it. We hope that our teens imbibe every objective. Because at the end of the day, we're not trying to remind them that God has a plan for them, a purpose for them, and can fulfill it when they're on the right path.
Also, Ms. Nicole Obina said, "My message to youths out there is for them to learn to know what God's purpose for them is, because He is the author and finisher of our faith."
Okay. My message to youths out there is this: learn to know what God's purpose for you is, because He's the author and finisher of our faith. And being a youth means that you need to step up, because in our country today, we are the ones that need to take charge as youth and as young adults. And as teenagers, for the teenagers out there, I urge you guys to at least like put in efforts in both school and in your social life, because that's the way forward. You need to put in more effort. That's just so I can say.